Hey guys, it's MadameWario, and it's storming in St. Gooba on Big Animal Crossing Wild World. I think this is our first thunderstorm. Look at that lightning. I have yet to see it storm in game until today, so that's kind of exciting. It is not storming outside IRL. I just always find it like, I know I always point this out. You guys are probably like, Madam, what is your obsession with the weather? But like, it's just funny when I'm expecting the vibe of real life to reflect in my game and it doesn't at all. I think it just trips me up every time because I never know what it's going to be like until this title screen. So I see it at the same time as you guys do. So I'm like always caught off guard. Unless it's the same, then I don't even mention it. But we're going to get started here. Look what I wore today. I wore my Lycanroc Lobo shirt to celebrate our newest villager, Lobo, the wolf, who moved in day before yesterday. And it's also Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. This is literally the only like solid red piece of clothing that I own. I don't own much red clothing because I don't feel like I look very good in red. It's not one of my colors that I gravitate towards, nor is it a color that I feel like really does anything for me. So I never buy red clothing. So this was like, you know, this is the only shirt that I have that is red. So I was like, all right, red for Canada. Gotta represent. Look, it looks like nighttime. It's so dark. I haven't sent mail. Wow, okay. Oh yeah, I ordered stuff. I haven't sent mail to villagers in a couple days. So we won't have any letters probably from villagers at all until I do that. But we've got the password for red tomorrow while it's full. I always replace this 6th letter in here with the password. I ordered 2 things from Nook for our new room, and I also got stung by a bee, so I'm gonna get insurance money from Lyle. I think. Is that what that is? Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't think there'd be anything else. I did not sell anything after the stream yesterday. I didn't get on and do any other grinding last night, so just so you guys know, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of that today. Probably going to be selling a lot of fruit, like working on getting some more bells and all that good stuff. Welcome to everybody who is here today. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Phantom Tempest, Rocky Mount, thank you for the lurk. Yo Yo Yoshi 95, Rainbow Road 1996, Stardev 94, Dark Minded Sith, let's go! Yeah, I got everybody to move out. We're the only ones that live here now. Yes, happy Canada Day! Armand 2017, welcome! I know that, like, on days like today, Odie misses home, so I'm like, gotta celebrate Big Canada! I also have to throw this letter away. Okay, so I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. Red always comes on Wednesdays. We're going to run to the shop and I'm gonna empty my pockets of everything that I didn't order and then see if there's anything else that we can add to our house too before I go in. I know the storm adds a very dramatic mood. It's probably kind of cozy, sorry, especially if you're watching this like at night on your own time later. If you're watching it in real time, it might be kind of spooky, but okay, this is what I ordered. This is, oh, I forgot. Yeah! There he is! Hey, that's Lobo's bio. Thank you so much, Tuxawooga. You got it! Awooga! You got it. Isn't that perfect? Look, your name even matches the wolf vibe, because that's what he says. That is his catchphrase. I'm not even joking. Or is it Aru? I think it's Aru! I think that's his catchphrase. This is like the same garbage that was in here yesterday. I don't want this crap. What is this? Oh, a writing chair. I had the writing desk. I didn't know there was a writing chair. Yeah, I wore the shirt. You can't even see it. I need it to be like a turtleneck. Also, this design, this is Pixel Plume's like actual design of Lycanroc, and every single time I wear this shirt, I get complimented on it. Somebody points it out and it's like, oh, I love that shirt, and I always forget to tell him, and I should probably do that because I'm sure he would love the compliment for his artwork. No, I don't want slate flooring because it's a big... Oh, wait, no, this is the cute stone flooring. I mean, I don't need it. I'm not going to use it in my house, but... We are looking for a couple different flooring and wallpaper. Ooh, old flooring's kind of good for... We got like a ship wallpaper from Pascal yesterday, so that would go really nicely with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy that, which I already did. And other than that, what else do we have? Imperial wall. No. I always think this wall is gold, and then I'm surprised when it's not at all. Okay, nothing that we want in the shop today, unfortunately. But yeah, Tux, welcome to the stream as well. Yo, Comb! Ooh, I like the Imperial! Well, I like you, Comb. Imperial kind of looks like the Able sisters' house. Welcome to the stream! Good evening. What is this, a 2 shirt? 2? Ooh, this shirt's kind of fun. What is this shirt? Do I have this already? Twinkle shirt. I think I might already have this. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'll have to check my closet because I don't want to buy it and then be like, oh, I didn't need to. Here's a combat helmet. It's kind of cute. Although, yo! Yo!
Lisa Frank inspired couture 90s nostalgia purse minus $200.
This is your message? Well, thanks for like the paid advertisement that pays me to advertise for myself. Cass, it's very generous of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that's like my most expensive thing in my Etsy store because it took so freaking long to make and it was so much detail. It's not even like that big or anything. It's just a hefty project. Oh look, they turn on their lights when they're in the dark. Unlike when it's just raining, they will sit in the dark. I don't get it. Hey, thank you so much, Cass. Welcome to the stream. Our newest room is to the left here, so I'm gonna try out some of this stuff in here. We have... Oh, I need the tea table for my tea set. I do have a little tea set that I got specifically for this room. Okay, this is looking too crowded over here now. I think I'm gonna save these pieces for the beach room that I will eventually have. Move this guitar like over here. Put the tea set on that. Cause I have the candle already. I need to get like another classic table maybe. I don't know. Yo, Odin's back. Welcome to the stream. Here's what the classic wall looks like. Oh, it looks pretty. It does look nice. The orange I do like though, just because it brings out some of these other colors. Although, I don't know, I kind of like the green. What do you guys think? Do you like the orange or do you like the green? Classic wall kind of looks really... I mean, I guess it's supposed to go with this furniture, but it actually looks really good with the purple. Like, green and purple complement each other. Maybe I will stick with the green wall for now and see. What else? I also got old flooring. This is what this looks like. It will look a lot better. Oh, it kind of looks good with this too. That's kind of crazy. Although I just love this rug. It'll look really good with that like other wallpaper. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna put some things away, take some other things out of storage. I don't have a classic dresser or anything, so I don't have a like quick way show it off. But cabana lamp, tea sets coming out. I just like to keep these things in alphabetical order so I don't get confused. Let's see. Mod wall. I will keep it for now, and then depending on if I feel like I'm going to use it again, we'll determine whether or not I end up getting rid of it. But for now, I'll keep it. In case I'm like, you know, I kind of do want the orange wall. But that green just looks so nice. Okay, we're going to put our tea set down. And oh, the green even matches. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so that's good. Also, this vase can go on a table. I had like that boxing table. I wonder if I should I got rid of it because I was like, I'm not going to use it, but now I'm thinking I will. So maybe I need to buy that boxing table. Anyway, here's what this looks like for our eventual sea room. Doesn't that look good together? That's like the perfect match. So we're going to keep those in storage for now. I don't really need to store the seashell because I can just go pick another one up off the beach. So I probably will just sell it for now, just to make room. So I'm not storing things that are easily gotten later. Yeah, maybe I need to buy, I think it's called ringside table. But yeah, I didn't really know how quickly I was going to be paying off this loan. So I'm thinking like, oh, I don't need that for a long time. But no, I already need it. So we'll go ahead and buy that today, and then we can put both of these pieces on it and it'll look a little bit better. And I think that's coming together well though. It looks good. Maybe I will just sell the mod wall. I do like that green with it a lot. I know this is the kind of crazy stuff I gotta do to make my decisions in this game. Alright. Deluxe Flame, welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh, yeah, changing the background in your inventory is such a fun vibe. You can use that piece of clothing that you like don't want to take off or whatever, and it's always going to be in your menu. Okay, give me the catalog. I didn't buy turnips this week either. I just didn't bother with it because I did make money off of it. Like I spent 50,000 bells last week and I think I sold them and in total got paid like 68,000 bells. So I did make a little bit of a profit, but it wasn't anything crazy. So I'm like, I don't want to have to rely on checking every day. And I think my fruit method is good enough. So we're just not even going to worry about it. Okay, I need the ringside table. Watch me like find this in a tree or something today too. These are not in order really. I think it's called ringside. Oh my god, I don't know. If you guys see it, tell me about where this green ball is. Oh, beach table will be good too, which I can order when we're ready for it, but you guys can see on the little screen, this is what the beach table looks like. Again, we don't need it yet. Come on, where is this table? This is why... Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it's just a little, like, extra wooden table. Wait, did he say I ordered it? I don't know. I hope he said yes. No, I don't want... I'm not ordering anything. Anything else. No! Okay. So let's go ahead and grind for bells. Because that's what we need to do. We need to make money. We need to shake trees. So I'll just start up... I already started. I was not up in the corner. I'm going to start up in this corner and immediately get stung. Cool. Awesome. My favorite. Whatever. Oh, I love how the thunder sounds. How fun. Okay, shaking trees. Shaking fruit off of trees. Some of these have been here since yesterday, so the fruit will grow back a lot sooner for some of these. Okay, fruit. See, there's a lot even just right there that can be sold. I'm gonna go right here. What's up, Bella? Jeepers! Oh yeah, I look like a serial killer. Okay, let's see. Do you have any tasks for us? I gotta sell. Oh, whoa, that's what we're doing. That's also what we are doing at this exact moment. Oh, yay. This is ringside table. I'm gonna be so mad. Jackhammer? No. I'm just leaving everything where it is for now. I'm not going to pick anything up yet. So that way we can figure out kind of an order of operations. Okay. Good. I always end up... Lobo! I always end up missing... Lobo, red team, let's go! I always end up missing something too. You look terrible! Well, I'm sorry, but can you like talk to us about something else? Coming down hard! Duck and cover! Says you're out here fishing. It's frog season! Oh man. Can you even... I mean, you can hear them, so this is easier, sort of. I love Lobo. He wants a frog. How innocent of him. Too bad he doesn't... We don't have any pigs. What is this house? What did you do to your house? I don't know what this house is, but it's disgusting. Poncho. No, 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 no. Why are you obsessed with frogs? I know he wants Lily. That's what it is. He has a big crush. Whatever, you're gonna be over it the next time I talk to you. Telling me you're the one who designed this thing? Man, that is uncanny. Are you Gracie's apprentice or what? Oh, he loves his pride shirt. He loves it. Why is everybody... No, no, no. Horse mackerel.
Where are we going?
My thoughts exactly. Thank you, Cass. Oh, coconut tree beetle season. Let's go. I've caught the... Been catching / caught the, whatever they're called. Goliath beetles, but I haven't caught anything else. So I'm big excited. Also, it's July officially. I know I already said like, oh, it's July 1st. It's Canada Day. But like, seriously, I am so excited. We're finally in my favorite month. And it is the heart of summer, which is why I love it. It always goes by too fast. Although June was like the slowest month of my life, so we'll see. Oh, there's Lily. She running. I gotta catch her and give her to Lobo. This is money from yesterday. I meant to go pick this up and now I'm confusing myself. No. Okay. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Dun 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 dun. Imagine reacting this way to anyone who was just like injured or stung or something. Although I will say people are really weird. Like people are a lot weirder than I would think. I know that's very broad, but like when I had my knee, I had a knee injury like, I don't know, this was like 6 or 7 years ago now. Wait, you're 4 somethings? You know it. I have no idea what you're talking about, Lily, but okay. Anyway, but I had to wear a knee brace, and I swear, like, just out in public, I would have random strangers come up to me and go, oh, what happened? And I'm like, this is just something I would never do or think to do. Like, I would never... I don't even ask, like... I wouldn't even ask, like, at the time I was teaching dance, and it's like... If my students had a big, like, bandage or something on, I wouldn't even ask them what happened unless they reported to me, like, something that prevented them from dancing. Then we would have to know about injuries, but, like, and I guess that was more of that sort of injury. But I would never go up to somebody on the street and just be like, what happened to your leg? Maybe if I was, like, 5 years old, but these were, like, grown adults, and it was just very odd to me. I was like, this is a strange thing to feel inclined to, like, go up to a random stranger and ask. Maybe I'm just super approachable. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I wouldn't even go up to somebody, like, who I was an acquaintance of and ask that. Why did this bounce all the way back here? Oh, because there's a digging spot right there. I wouldn't have even have noticed that. I think this is the first one I've seen, too, so we might as well get it. Oh my god, if I can line this up correctly. So anyway, if you don't have any social skills, here's your lesson for the day. Don't just go up to random people that have like injuries, that are in a brace or a wheelchair or something, and go, what happened? Because it's weird. It's not normal to do that. Okay, new for today. Weather bulletin. This year's rainy season will end by mid-July. After that, it gets hot, hot, hot. Catch the rays. It's like June is like rainy season in Japan. So I guess this game follows that. Anyway. This is so fun to be out in a thunderstorm, though. This would be dangerous IRL, but we can do it in Animal Crossing. Isn't that exciting? It's the little things, you guys. It's the little things in life that bring the big excite. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, either. Guys, I really hope I get to sleep in tomorrow, because I attempted to sleep in on Monday and it did not happen because there were about 450 noises outside that prevented me from doing any sleeping at all past like 8 a.m. And I was like, I did not want to get up at 8 a.m. today. That's not my version of sleeping in. Maybe some people's, definitely not mine. But yeah. I'm really hoping that tomorrow goes differently than Monday. Please let me sleep in. Look at all this fruit. Freckles is home? I wonder if her house is still as gross as it was before. Probably. Oh no! I think that was a cockroach. Gross. I love what someone said on here once about, like, imagine going to a museum and being like, here's our pest section. Come look. In a way, it would be sort of fascinating, but it would also be just, like, I think it would trigger every human being's, like, natural gut reaction of, like, ugh. Like, it would just not be a time. Man, these trees grow back instantly. Bucko! Why do you gotta call me Bucko? Why couldn't you come up with a better nickname than this? My nickname in my original Wild World town was Sea Star. Like C-star. It was so dumb. But it's because my name was Coco. Which is kind of funny. My original name was Coco, and now it's Bobo. It's almost the same thing. But, yeah. Sea Star. I like B-Bean better. It's just as dumb, but it's more fun, I think. Blaine Riley, welcome to the stream. I'm doing well tonight. It's been a good day. A good night. What? You've been saving up for a rainy day or what? Of course. Wow, he's so, like, excited about this. Aw, not like I'm your dad or anything, but I want what's best for you. Look at him looking out for us. He loves us. I have never watched Love Island. I've heard about it, but no, I have not watched Love Island this season or any season. Look at this house. Nothing but fish and a shirt. This town does not have, like, home decor goals. Like, we do not... If my town was a TV channel, it would not be like the Home Improvement Channel. Like, it would just not. Might be the History Channel with everybody's fossil fascination. But yeah, she no longer has that wrestling mat in the corner. She just has random fish and a shirt. And she wants another one. Look at that. No! Now, her house is an aquarium. The houses in this game are just so bad in my town. Okay, I think we've shaken every tree? No, we have not. Just kidding. There's one right there. Yeah, she doesn't even have that mat to sleep on anymore. Maybe she just doesn't sleep. She seems like the type. Oh, I don't have that big moth yet. Okay, I gotta get that big moth. I also did not see any other fossil spots. I think I've shaken all of these pine trees, so that means we only got one piece of furniture today, which is kind of disappointing. That keeps happening. I think we need like more regular trees to be able to get to be able to guarantee that we'll get 2 pieces a day. But like I like how things are now in my town, so I'm not really in a rush to do that. Okay, what else do I need fossils. I have 3, but one's from yesterday, so I really need one more. I guess I'll look on, like, close to the beach, because I didn't really go down that way. We haven't gotten the money rock yet today. Oh, wait, I think that was a fossil. Never mind, it was a pitfall. Okay, well, I know my pitfall is ruled out, at least, for the day. I'll check closer to the beach, because sometimes these show up. Oh, I also didn't even shake these trees, so I have not been this way yet. The goat villager in the GameCube version having a public restroom for a house is like such a mood. Those houses that some villagers have where it's just a big bathroom are like the funniest thing. I guess I did not come down this way. I thought I covered all this ground and I didn't. Clearly, because there's foreign fruit right here. And what I typically do is I'll tackle this side of the island first. Like I will sell all the fruit over here first before I move to the other part of the island because it's less. There's less over here. So dumb. What does Anchovy's house look like? We've seen it, right? We're about to see it if we haven't. It's not looking good. This is just a bunch of bugs with a bar. This is like a man cave, kind of. There's a stereo, a pinball machine, a bar, and a bunch of bugs. Why are my villagers like this? Why? Oh my god, you do not need any more bugs. You don't need any more bugs, dude. This guy's a cheater, too. I tried to do this once before and he cheated. Hot. Yo, Pixie! Pixie, I was gonna tell you, I'm wearing my Lobo's shirt today for Lobo. And for Canada Day, because it's my only red shirt that I own. And every time I wear this shirt, I get complimented. Like, people love the shirt out in public. And it's really sweet, and I always mean to tell you. And then I forget! But yeah, people love your shirt. They love your design. Another pink flower! Yay! Oh, I love it! I love the pink flowers. Guys, I'm not seeing this 3rd fossil. So I think we need to just go get these identified and then start selling fruit, because there's a lot. No! My pink roses are dying! Well, the rain will cheer them up. So dumb. Yes, I do have a big red hair bow at least, because I like that, but thank you. I'm glad you like the matching bow. Is this a shark? No. I'm just ignoring all of the tasks that my villagers have given me, because they're like, catch this specific thing, and I'm like, I really don't want to do that. Oh, I don't think I have whatever that is yet. Now that it's July, I'm starting to see new bugs. And we'll continue to see new bugs. And I'm gonna try and remember to actually catch them. How did that not work? Also, how did it not scare it the first time? I don't know, you guys. Kooky. Okay. We're gonna identify these fossils to see if we can sell them. I've mentioned it a million times, but our goal here... Oh, I didn't mean to do this. Our goal here is to pay off 50,000 bells a day on our loan. Which is pretty easy to do. Okay, I meant to put like donate, but we'll just listen to him blab if we get a new fossil, because we're getting to the last few. I think we're only missing like 5 or 6. So most of them he ends up returning to us. So I think this dialogue is actually shorter now, whereas before it saved us more time to just say donate right away. But this month is huge for bugs. Summer's the best bug season. Yes, it is. Cicada season. Okay, all of these were repeats, because he would have asked if any of them weren't. Let's just check and see how close this is. I want to go in my bug exhibit too and see what it looks like, because I haven't been in there in a while either. Okay, that's complete. Complete. I think, okay, that's missing. So 1 so far. This is still missing 2. 1, 2. Let's see what else is missing. 3. Is this done? Yeah. 4, 5, 6. I think we're only missing 6. Yes, we are missing 6 fossils in total. So we're getting really close on this. Which is good news for us, because then it's like easy to make bank with the fossils every day too. I love this dandy hat. What a cute look. I know I've been wearing the same outfit for a few days now, but I love it. Here are bugs. Done a decent job with the butterflies. I don't think I caught a peacock butterfly. I still need that one. There's my Goliath beetle. That stupid flea is jumping around. There's the cockroach. Firefly. And then in this area, I don't have much at all. Oh, I have caught that big moth before. Okay, sweet. Caught a spider, rainbow stag beetle. So these are some of the trees we need to get more bugs for. But yeah, we're going to be catching a lot more bugs this month than last month, just because there are more of them around and available. Still need to catch a bee. Have not been successful yet, but we will. Give it time. Let's go down here. Dang, this would be the perfect day for an NPC to be in here. What the heck? Alright, we're gonna get our coffee for the day. I haven't looked it up because I just kind of wanted to see if it happened, but I don't know that you actually get prizes in this game for seeing Brewster every day like you do in later games. And I was kind of waiting for it, but I don't know that it's gonna happen, so I'm like, I don't think that's in this game. I feel like it would have started happening already. Excellent! But could you expect anything less from the legendary Brewster's Blend? Look at how excited he is. He has an idea. He did the doo-doo. Did I show you guys my new emotion too? I have a new emotion I got from Dr. Shrunk over the weekend. Aw. Hold on. I gotta pull it up because I have not shown this off. So, this is my first emotion, the little blush. Now I can be in love. Isn't that exciting? What, insane me saying, have I shown you my new emotion from over the weekend? You know, casual day. Yeah, I got a new emotion this weekend. Now I can be in love. I guess that's a new... You know, that one kind of makes sense if you If you've never been in love. A new emotion you might actually get 1 week. Oh, Lobo! No, I don't. Not really. Wow, he's gonna give it to Bella. How could he? I'm gonna check Lost and Found, too. I know, it's big storming today, Kabumek. Isn't that fun? Lobo's gay. Poncho is gay. They are our two pride cuties. Oh no, someone threw out one of my seashells I gave him. How rude. Okay, I'm not gonna pay this yet because I don't even have enough to pay it. I want to pay 50,000, not whatever I have. Let me get out my shovel again. I meant to do this so that way I can hit the money rock. I have to find it first. Let's see if it's this one. It is not. How much space do I have? 8. 8 spaces. And now I have 6 spaces. No, I can't. You can't. No, 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 no. You're gonna mess it up if it's right here. Move. Lobo. You have to move. Also, shout out to Comb, who was on Red Team with me. He also has the shirt. Isn't that exciting? Represent. No frog in that pond. There's another rock right here. Right down here. I'm probably like almost out of space now. No! Dang it! None of these rocks are the one I need. Hey, giving it a bop for Aaron! Oh, world's #1 button hitter is so true. Comb has the fastest reflexes. That's in the way if this is the rock. Yeah, Comb was killing it on our team. I did not contribute much to the team. I'm sad to say, but I didn't. I did not know as much. Okay. That is not helpful. Just want to find this money rock first before we move on. Yes, it's the easy one. Did I know any of the answers? No, but buttons, oh yeah. You had the buttons covered. At least you, like, got first dibs on answering. It's gotta count for something. I really should have waited to pick these up, but whatever. Okay, I have enough room for 1 more tree's worth of fruit before I need to visit Nook. We're also done with the shovel now, so I can put it away. Can't believe people are throwing away these shells. Put them back on the beach. Don't throw them in the dump. Stupid. Alright. And once we get enough, once we get 50,000, I'll run and donate it. Or not donate it, pay off. I guess I'm not donating to my house. I am paying it off. I wish I had thought to do this method as a kid, because I don't think I ever got past just having a second floor. I'm pretty sure my house just always had 2 rooms and that was it. And it was so hard to make money, and I like didn't send enough letters. I didn't ask people for anything. Like, I didn't send them fruit. Like, I was not doing what I needed to do. I just coasted. I know my OG town fruit was oranges too, which is fun because my character's name was Coco, like I said earlier, but the town's name was Beach. I know, very creative, but it was supposed to be Cocoa Beach because I always wanted to go to Cocoa Beach because I thought it was cool that like the sand is like chocolate colored. I've never been to Cocoa Beach, by the way. That's just like a fun fantasy from my childhood. So I made Cocoa Beach So having oranges, Florida, isn't that exciting? When I lived in Orlando, I wasn't all that far from Cocoa Beach, but I didn't have a car, so like, I didn't have a car down there with me. I had a car, it just wasn't with me, because I just used the Disney bus system. I was just living down there for my internship for like several months. And they had like party buses and shuttles that would go there, but they'd leave at like 4 a.m. and I'm not really a leave at 4 a.m. kind of person. Just for a beach day. I don't know. And I'm also not a party bus person. I don't trust that. So that just didn't happen. But anyway, it matched. My whole point is that the fact that my entire town was named after a beach in Florida, that's not, you know, having oranges be the town fruit is pretty fitting. Yes, I just, like, that would be cool, but, like, I don't know. Something about that just did not vibe with me, of getting up that early. I guess I didn't think about that, though. The sunrise would have been, like, worth it. I didn't think this far ahead. Oh, there's a digging spot. I always find it when I'm not looking for it. What did you do in your DCP? I was a blueberry. I was a character attendant. And don't ever do that. It's just people yelling at you a lot. Okay. I don't want this gyroid. That is not what I was thinking this was gonna be. Although it does save us time with, like, going and selling stuff. We already have enough to pay 50,000, but I figure we'll just do, like, this side of the island. Your merchandise in Hollywood Boulevard and Studios. Oh, fun! I love Hollywood Studios. I trained in Hollywood Studios a little bit, but I never, like, worked, like, I never had a shift there. My home park was Epcot. So that's where I was based out of. And I got sent to Animal Kingdom once to work with Chip and Dale, which was fun because when I was in their dressing room, we watched Princess and the Frog together, and that was the first time I'd ever seen that movie. So it's kind of fun to be like, well, the first time I ever watched Princess and the Frog was with Chip and Dale in their dressing room in Disney World. Like, that's a really weird thing to say. But it's true. So, but Epcot was just like, I mean, I think that people just kind of lose their minds a little bit with the characters in bizarre ways sometimes. Not everybody, but there are a lot of people that just, like, lose all common sense. And become, like, very violent about, like, seeing characters and being told, like, they can't, the character has to go do whatever. So I just saw a very ugly side of a lot of people, and it was not, I would never do that job again. I would love to work for Disney again, but I would never do that job again. I would want to be, like, a performer, or just, you know, something where I'm not getting cussed out. Yo, Psycho, thank you so much. Welcome back to the Ba family.
Average points.
All the Bas.
Ah, yeah, Doritos chip.
Thank you so much for 65 months. It's crazy. I wish it said, like, I mean, I know I can do the math, but I'm like, I really wish it just said so many years at a point, because so many of you here have been subscribed for years now, and I'm very grateful. You were deployed to Tomorrowland for like a month for the Tron opening team. Oh, fun! So you just did DCP then. My DCP was like 10 years ago now. It was 10 years ago this year. And it does not feel like it was that long ago. That's wild. TQ Culture, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, so Tron was not even a thought when I was there. Shanghai hadn't even opened yet. That was the big news, was like, oh, we're getting a Shanghai Disney. Because it wasn't open yet. And I think they had just gotten the rights to Spider-Man, and I don't know, I remember there being a conversation about that. There was no Star Wars Land or Toy Story Land yet. That wasn't a thing. There was talk of adding them, but they weren't even like, they were just still like coming up with the concept. So you were fall 2022, extended into spring 2023. Nice. I didn't extend because I didn't like that job that I had. It was too much, again, just too many people getting mad at you and like cussing you out or throwing their drinks at you or yelling at you. So I was like, I really don't want to do this job again. I wish I would have auditioned, because I was in entertainment, so I could have auditioned easily for something else, and that's how I got that job in the first place. I auditioned for character performer, and I got it, but then my height range was, I'm in like a not, my height range doesn't have a ton of characters that I can befriend, so like, they were all gone. All my height range positions were gone by the time I got it. Dang it. So I had to go with the next best thing. But, you know, being in entertainment, you can audition. I just didn't, because I was graduating, and my commencement was coming up, and I really wanted to walk at my commencement because I was homeschooled, and I'd never gotten to do that in, like, high school or anything, so I wanted to at least do it for university, because I didn't do DCP until I was done with college. I finished my degree in December of 2014, and my DCP started in February of 2015, and it was perfect because then I wasn't like fighting school at the same time. I was already done. But my school at the time only had one commencement, and it was in the spring, so I didn't get a commencement in the winter. Let's see. Oh, you were part of the Fantasmic reopening? Oh, that's so awesome. That's my favorite show there. That is hands down my favorite show there. And I went to Disney World for my honeymoon in 2022, but it wasn't reopened yet. And I'm so sad because like my husband didn't get to see it, and he's never seen it. And I'm like, this is my favorite show. We did go to Beauty and the Beast live on stage, which was really special for us because that's like a big thing. Beauty and the Beast is really meaningful for us. So did character performer audition, made it to like third round, but since I wasn't staying with the company, so I was going back to start grad school. Oh, but you know, the good thing is like, and this is what like I know from being in like many dance auditions and everything else, if you make it that far once, like you can make it that far or further in the future. Like it's just like, it's more of a vote of confidence than a, oh no, I didn't do it. Like you can always do that. You can always try again, and you are confident like, oh, I did this once, I can do it again. But yeah. But it was such a fun experience. Like, you get so spoiled being like, what am I gonna do tonight? I guess I'll go to Hollywood Studios. Like, I guess I'll go to Epcot, you know. Okay, there's my third fossil. I finally found it. So we'll go get that identified. Thinking of going to grad school, but I believe this year I'm taking a break. I'm also thinking about going to grad school. Which, by the way, Blaine, what are you going to grad school for, if you don't mind me asking? I am also thinking about it because I'm going to Japan this year, in the fall. And most grad programs, they only start in the fall, not the spring. The timing would not line up for me to like try to go yet. So that's kind of maybe if I'm going to start school, it would be like fall of 2026. But fun time. I definitely felt old because I was 22 and everybody. Oh, really? See, mine was the opposite. I was 24 during my DCP, and like so was everybody else that I was like with. My roommates were all like around the same age. We were all like 24, 23. Actually one woman that I befriended, she was in her 40s. And I was like, this is so awesome. She's like, yeah, I went back to school, like, after my kids were, like, a little bit grown and all this stuff. I was like, that's awesome that you're doing this. Like, so that was pretty cool. But, and I was, like, so worried because being 24, I was like, I do not want to just be with a bunch of, like, late teens, 21-year-olds who just want to, like, get drunk and party and, like, that's not me. So I'm like, I don't want that here. Like, no. And, it was so funny because my roommate, who's still a really good friend of mine, I love her. I loved my roommates. That was the best thing about it. But, they were all the same way. They're like, yeah, we're, I don't want to be like, I don't need to do that. I don't want to. So it was like, all right, let's go. We are cool with not worrying about it. Just graduated with my master's in clinical counseling with children. Oh, awesome. Well, congrats on recently graduating. You had 8 different roommates in 10 months. So you probably were in the new, like, dorm. I think it's Flamingo something, right? And it's just the one building. So when I went, it was the 4 different buildings you could be in. I was in Vista Way. So Vista Way, classic. So I had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roommates. And I have, what's really weird is I have 3 older sisters. 2 of them, their names are Lisa and Natalie. And I walk into this apartment and my roommates' names are Lisa and Natalie and they live in the same room. And I was like, this is really weird because these are my siblings' names and this isn't a common combination. It was just the weirdest thing. I was like, how did I get roomed with Lisa and Natalie when I grew up? My entire life I've lived with these 2 people. But both of them were from Puerto Rico, so they were not like my sisters. They were also like in like there was like a front bedroom that was like the master or whatever. It was a little bit bigger and it had a bathroom connected. And then there were the 2 back bedrooms and they had a bathroom off of them. And that's where me and all my friends were. So like my roommate was from Nice, France. I love her. I loved her so much. I miss her. She was from Nice, and then my other roommates were from the US, but they were in the next room. And one didn't get there until later. She joined the program, like, we were supposed to have a different roommate, another one of my friends, but she was, like, allergic to something in the room and had to go to a different apartment, so they had to separate, and it was sad that, like, my friend and her had to separate and not room together anymore. But it all worked out because we were all friends anyway, so. Where do I sit in the sibs order? I am the youngest. I'm the baby. I'm the baby. Big Bobo the baby. Yeah, so I'm 4th out of 4. And I was the youngest even among, like, my cousins. Like, my first cousins, not my extended family. But even among my first cousins, I was the baby for 21 years. Until one of my cousins had a daughter. 21 or 22 years between me and the next youngest. I'm like, well, here we are. So I was the baby forever. And now I am no longer the youngest in my immediate family. It took 30. How old am I? 31? So it took 31 years for me to not be the baby of my immediate family. So that's kind of weird too. Okay, what am I doing? What, how did I count this wrong? Oh, no, I didn't. I just picked them up in a weird order. Okay. I want to go for social work in grad school since social work has more options and pay is better, for sure. Social work can be a tough field, but if you're passionate about it, like, go for it, because that's something that's, like, definitely needed. I was from the South, so it was so different being with people from different countries. And, like, New York, I know all the accents. So what was really fun something that I loved that was really, really cool. Because I worked at Epcot, I worked with a lot of people that were from all different countries, because you have to be from the native country that you're representing. Like, you can't work in Italy in Epcot and not be from Italy. Like, you can't be from the US, or at least at the time. I don't know if that's changed. I don't think that's really changed, but you have to be from the US. So, like, all my French friends from my French roommate and all her group of friends were, like, became my group of friends too, part of my group of friends. But they all worked in France in Epcot, because that's where they were stationed to work. That's, like, what they came to do. But it was cool because you met so many people that were from these native countries, and I befriended a lot of people in Japan, and they would tell me about, like, their life there and how they were like, this is really weird because I thought we could just, like, bullet train to New York, and that's not a thing. And I was like, nope, welcome to the US. It was also fun to try and explain, like, where Indiana was, because nobody who's not from the US gives one crap about Indiana or knows where it is. So I'd be like, it's sort of middle up, like, Middle East at the top ish, when I would describe it. But they're like, yeah, we don't know anything about Indiana. And I was like, why would you? But anyway, the fun thing was that everybody greeted each other differently. So, like, I never knew what to do, which was a lot of fun. You know, if you were from, like, the US, you'd, like, go to shake someone's hand, but I'm like, I don't know whether to do this or kiss, because it was always like, I had people, just their culture was like, grab your hand and kiss it every single time they saw me. That was really fun. All my French friends, we kissed each other as a hello. Like, that was normal. It was weird to do anything else. And I rarely shook hands with anybody because everybody was international. So it was just like a really fun, weird experience to be in, of like, I'm with like people from all over the world in one kind of small area. But yeah, here we're just like north of Texas. Exactly. And where I live, they're in need of social workers. What are you considering of studying in grad school if you go? So I want to go for like something more theatrical. I'm thinking either like costume technology or costume design, one or the other. Costume technology is the aspect of like physically creating the costumes and coming up with a 3D concept of putting them together and how it's going to work. It's kind of more of the engineering side of it. And then design is more of the like sketching and coming up with the design and then having somebody else make it, which I love both. So I don't know. That's kind of what I'm considering. Because I would like to go into like oh my god, I keep pressing the wrong button. Like a theatrical field, because I am in the performing arts. So that's something I would want to do, but none of my roommates knew where North Carolina was. And you were probably like, it's north of South Carolina! And it's like, that's not helpful. Oh well. So they stopped during COVID, and in 2022, when I was there, they brought back all the international people. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, because I'm like, I know when I went to Italy on my honeymoon, like Italy and Epcot, not the country itself, but I went to Epcot's Italy. Everybody there was from Italy, but like it seemed like all the other countries were kind of a mix. Like they probably had just started bringing people back in. But yeah, I wondered if that was still relevant with COVID having happened. I mean, I would imagine they would go back to it eventually, but you know. So yeah, I'd be like, it's 10 hours north. It's a good way of describing it too. In my mind, the Carolinas should be a lot closer than that, but Florida's so like long and Orlando's kind of right smack in the middle. It's not. Okay. Oh, Cheeky Onion, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I'm thinking of going back to school for costume design or technology because I would love to work. I love cosplay. I love making costumes. I've sewn my whole life. I love constructing things like that. That's why I crochet. That's why I make the merch that I do for like Etsy and that. And I love fashion, and costuming is definitely like something that I enjoy most, I think, with the fashion industry, and especially the fact that it incorporates like movies and stage productions, and there's just like a lot that you can do with it. But like when I was in Disney World, and again I worked with characters, and we went into like the dressing room and looked at all the costumes, and I immediately like ran off by myself, even though they were like, stay with the group. I'm like, no. I ran off, like had to look at certain like characters, and just to see, like, we went into a room with people where they were like sketching and coming up with concepts, and it was like, these are the people that are coming up with the construction of how to make a 2D character 3D, and I was like, I could do that. I could absolutely do that, and I would love to do that. So like that's kind of where that came from. It's just a matter of like trying to know what I want to do with my grad school degree exactly, because like it's expensive, so I don't want to just go in and then be like, yay, I have a master's, now what? Oops, I'm doing the same thing I did before. Like, I don't want that. So yeah. Epcot to me is Disney with alcohol. That's all I know about it. Oh, it's so much more than that. I love Epcot. It's my home park. But friend was working Frozen, and then when all the Norwegian people came, they moved her to festivals. Dang it, I didn't get to go on the Frozen ride either, because that was not there. They had just discontinued like the troll ride that was previously there, and they were building Frozen, but it wasn't open yet. And then when I went on my honeymoon, the wait, I was so excited because I'm like, I'm not a huge Frozen person, but I want to go on all the rides, right? I want to see what they're like. So I'm like, and my husband really likes Frozen. He likes it more than I do. So he's like, let's go on the Frozen ride. And we're like, oh, the wait's only 20 minutes. And then we got closer and it was 220 minutes. And it's like, okay, we're not going to go on this. Maybe not. We're going to just pass on that. So one day I will go, and it will not be a 220 minute wait. You know. Tell me why I thought the stationery is piles of money. Imagine that they sell piles of money in Nooks. It's a reverse shop. You get money for going there. Yo, that'd be nice. Did you ever go to the Cowboys or Senor Frog on your DCP? I did not. I did not. What you want, Bella? It's Wonder Bee. What? I'm filthy rich, baby. Wow. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, Nook would never. He really wouldn't. I want to make sure I'm using my degree and don't waste my time. Like, I do want to go to internships if I consider grad school for social work. And you almost have to. Like, that's a good way to get your foot in the door places. Oh my god, I'm not trying to shake this tree. I'm trying to talk to you. Deep down inside, most people think that they're good people, even coconut thieves. Just saying, from a bad person. Oh no. That gave you you have the weirdest taste, Lily. That gave you the warm fuzzies? What is wrong with you? I think that's what's difficult about, like, any theater, art, design degree, is that you kind of, like, it's not a point A to point B, like, straight path. Unlike if you were to get like go for nursing or for something medical or so, you know, that's like you're gonna get a job and you're going to figure out what exactly you like in it. Like, I considered going for physical therapy, but I'm just not like a medically inclined person enough to really be happy with that. Hold on. But that being said, it's just like, it can be a little bit scary going into the arts when there's not that straightforward, like, you are absolutely going to get this job after it. But actually, one of my friends from my DCP, from my Disney college program, she did go to grad school for like hair and makeup, and that is what she's doing, touring on Broadway right now. And it's like, so I have like a connection somewhere, and it's like, it's all about connections a lot of the time in the arts. But wow, your mom just got wrecked. Ooh. But yeah, Lily is the coconut thief. Let's be real here. Is this Rolf? Who is this? No, it's Bella. Rolf? Was it Rolf that wanted a frog? No, it was Lobo. Lobo, I got your frog. So, oh no, he caught it like 10 million years ago. Oh, and then he swallowed a bug. Okay, well, I took too long. I really did take a long time though to catch that. Anyway, the good news is if I did go to grad school too, I would probably do another DCP, like another college program. And when I applied, I applied for character performer, character attendant, and Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and I would love to work there too. That would be a really, really fun. This is not what I need. A really fun job. That would be another one that I would want to do. So that's probably what I would try for. And one of my friends did that twice, and she loved it. Who's also into theater, so. So here's the stupid thing, Blaine. I actually can't do the summer alumni program. This is why this is super dumb. My commencement was 2 days. 2 days. I had to go to somebody and ask about this because I was like, are you sure? Also a ba for Cheeky Onion. My commencement was 2 days before the allowed time where it wasn't considered self-termination. I had to terminate my program in order to go to my commencement because I would have missed it if I had missed it by 2 days. So because I was 2 days shy of the acceptable period of time you have to intern to be considered alumni, I don't have that benefit, which is really dumb. So I had to term 2 days before before the deadline for that, which is so stupid. It's like, can't you give like a 2-week grace period or even 1 week grace period just to accommodate for stuff like that? Because it's like, it's literally my graduation commencement. Yeah, I didn't have, because of my role, I never had like a team like lead. That sounds so weird, but in the I didn't have like a direct leader that I reported to. It was like you're kind of on your own in the character attendant role because you're constantly shifting positions and you don't have like one standard like manager or leader that you report to. Like you don't, like they're just not there. Nobody ever knows your name or anything. It was very bizarre, but I didn't have anybody I could talk to about it. So I went to like the counseling center to ask and see if I could get anything done. And they were like, no, like they're pretty strict about like, you have to stay for like those 2 extra days. You have to stay within this specific time or it won't count. And I'm like, oh my God. So I couldn't. I had to, and I even did the math. I was like, well, if I come back, because I would have had to fly home for my commencement and then fly back to work there for another like 10 days. If I had done that, I would have lost money. It would have cost me more to fly for the flight home and flight back and transportation and all that stuff. That would have cost me more than the money I would make going back too. So it was just like, this is stupid. I'd be paying to go there and work, and I'm not going to do that. So unfortunately, that did not work out for me. So I'm not considered like in the alumni program because I missed it by 2 days. Yay. It's like, I'm sorry my commencement wasn't, if my commencement had been the next weekend, I would have been totally fine, but no. And it kind of sucks because I went to a private college and their commencement is like a week earlier than most other colleges in my state. So it just was kind of bad luck. So, yeah. But it was also because I had already like graduated and I was down there and I was just going home for the commencement. It just seemed silly. So I would literally have to like apply again and be like, yes, I did this once. and I think I'd have a good shot because of that. But yeah, I'm not part of that like alumni plan where you can just kind of register to do anything like that. Which sucks. So yeah, I was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. And did any of my friends stay with the program? Yeah, a couple of my roommates extended. One did like a different job, I think, than what she... Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, did you give her the Pride shirt? No, you gave her this BS shirt. Why? I do like sushi. What? No, I'm not catching any more fish for you. You already stood me up for our frog challenge. Anyway, but yeah, they extended their programs. I don't think anybody... I had another friend one of my roommates who worked in the Disney store afterward, and I went back to Disney World with her like a year after our program, and that was super fun. It was like a reunion, because she had like the free passes, and she was such a good friend. Like, I love her, but I haven't talked to her in a really long time. I need to reach out to her. But anyway, I have another friend who did stay like with the company that I actually went to college with, and he was very talented, and he kind of started working his way up. But he was at Disneyland, not Disney World. So I feel like most of your friends stayed and went part-time with the company. Yeah, most of mine did not. Most of mine went home or went back to school or did other things. So a couple of them did more than one program, but that was about it. Okay. Is this side of the island good now? Did I get all the fruit from over here? I feel like I keep trying to cover all this ground, and then there's like one tree that still hasn't been touched. Shoot! I didn't mean to. I wouldn't have had to donate that one either. Oh well. It's fine. There was another, like, cockroach, I think, on a tree down there. Lobo, where you running? Okay. Go in this area over here. But yeah, all the Disney hype. DCP is an awesome opportunity. And I would just, I would love to work for Disney again. I really would. Also would just love to go on a Disney vacation again, but I am going to Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea later this year, so I'm very, very, very excited about that. I keep thinking like, oh, I want to go back into Disney, and it's like, wait, I am going. I guess I'm not going back. I'm going to a different park, but I am going this year. And I went to Disneyland in November last year, so it's like, it hasn't even been that long. But I guess I'm just thinking of Florida because that's like my home away from home in a way. And so I'm like, I want to go back. Right, I learned a lot about myself on DCP too. Good and bad. It's like, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's definitely a learning experience. It's just it's its own world. It really is. I also learned how the Disney bubble of finance works. This is something I joke about. Even like my sister just went to Disney World like a couple months ago, and she was like, you get used to the weird Disney prices. And I'm like, I know. You realize when you're there that you start like adapting to Disney pricing, and you're like, oh, this keychain's only $17. What a deal. Like, wow. And then you go out in the real world, back to reality, and you're like, I would never spend $17 on a keychain. Maybe $3. You realize you go to like Target and there are keychains for like $2.99, and then you're like, oh. This plush keychain's only $2.99. You go to Walmart and you're like, all this stuff is so cheap. It's crazy how it like warps your brain a little bit because you're just in it constantly, and you constantly see these like high prices for this licensed merchandise that it's so weird. But I remember when I would go to get groceries at like Walmart, I would be like, oh my god, it was Easter at that time. And I'd be like, this huge Easter bunny plush is $10? I can't even get like a plush keychain for $10. But yeah, like I think their standard like plush keychains are 15 at the very now. Maybe then they weren't. Then I think they were more like 12, but still, that's... Oh no, I'm carrying too much. It's a lot. Yeah, this loungefly's only 80. I gotta get it. Or like the ears. I never buy ears in Disney World because I can't... Like, they're $40. They are $35 to $40 on average for the ear headband. And I'm like, that's so like I wouldn't even buy like a hat for that much. A full-on hat that I'm gonna wear more than just like in the park. And it's like, granted, it's part of the experience, like you buy it then, but like buy one that's like secondhand because guaranteed the person's worn it once and it's brand new. Like, do that instead. Or go to like Five Below and get a pair for $5, or I see them at Aldi, $5. Like, but yeah, you get used to the Disney pricing, and then your whole mind is warped into like this very expensive taste kind of thing. It's just interesting. Something I notice. Did I get all the fruit from over here? I can't believe it's still storming in this town, but you can see the stars. How fun. The sun doesn't set where I live until like 10 p.m. So it's weird to think, oh, it's nighttime now. It's not. It's not late enough to be nighttime, even though it's like 8 o'clock. Okay. We are getting there with all this fruit. There's so much fruit to sell. What? And I even missed a tree. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why I'm like, oh my god, it's so ridiculous to sell fruit. Why do I have a weird amount, too? I must have had something else in my pocket. Luckily, I never had to do that, Blaine, because working with characters, they're on a pretty set schedule. Like, you know, I would go in early in the morning. I'd go in at like 7 a.m. And if I went in at like 7 a.m., I got off at like 2. And if I went in like at noon, I'd get off at 7. Like, it was always a shift like that because the characters are not out past, like, 7 p.m. is late for a character to be out. Most of them aren't out past like 4 or 5. I would say most of them aren't out anymore. You know, they're in parades, they're in shows, they're in this, they're in that. There's only like one location in Epcot where they were literally out until 9 p.m. and it was the worst location to work. It was inside, but it was just like, I love being outside, and so I hated being inside with like no windows, the same music, like 10 songs playing on a loop. I always say it was like the Bugs Bunny torture room, like where somebody straps him to a chair and forces him to watch the same cartoon over and over and over again. It was like that, except with music. Although ironically, my favorite shift involved that area, because I loved being the driver and like the breaker, the person who would go around and give people breaks and work with all different characters. That was like my favorite shift. And you had to drive like a golf cart for it, and a lot of people down there for whatever reason didn't drive or didn't have a license, so they would always trade me and be like, I heard you drive, can you take the shift? I don't want to. And I'm like, yes, give it to me. So I loved that shift. If I only worked that shift, I would have been the happiest. That I would have loved that job, but because I had to work other places where people were very mean. How much space do I have? I think I'm gonna do one more wave and then call it a stream, because I've been going for I love this song though. I love the 8 p.m. song in this game. Or how close are we to being done? I need to just count. Let's count how many trees are left. Because we can fit 5 trees worth in here. I think. Hold on. Yeah, 5 trees worth. I know, we become a farmer! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm counting this wrong. Crap. 16, 17, 18. We have a lot of trees left. We have a lot of trees left. I think I am going to just do this one last wave and then call it, and then I'll just grind for the rest of these on my own, because it's basically been the same thing over and over and over again. It's 1 a.m., so I'm going to say goodnight. Good night. Have a wonderful sleep. Thank you so much for stopping in and being part of the stream today. Yeah, I'm going to sell this last wave, and then I'm just going to call it, so that way we're not... because you guys have, I feel like, seen so much fruit selling. Although we've had some good discussion, honestly. I love talking about Disney and the Disney College program and all the stuff like that. Like, I love talking about it, so it's a guilty pleasure to talk about. I got to work a few treat shifts where I just handed out candy. Oh, that's so much fun. I love the Halloween party. Again, because I worked there in the spring, I did not ever have to work the Halloween party or Christmas party or anything like that. And so I experienced it for the first time as a guest, which was so fun. So much fun. But yeah. Okay. So one last wave. Yeah, let's do one last wave like this. I was like counting, and I'm gonna try and get these trees that are like above this little side area, so that way it's I feel like it's more organized in my brain. 1, 2, 3. And we get to hear this song a little bit, because I do really love this song. 3. Cute. I love all the peach trees. Homage to my original town. To good old Hogwarts. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of bells, though. Like, paying off 100,000. If my goal's 50 a day, like, we've already... What are you doing, Rolf? We've already, like, doubled it. Okay, tip of the day. When someone asks a question and you don't know the answer, just yell, "Figure it out!" Helpful hint guy. You guys remember that show on Nickelodeon, Figure It Out? I love that show. But from somebody I don't care about. Awesome. Unless I got it from you. I did not send you this. Although I wish they would show off the letters I sent them to me sometime. They just don't do that. What? What do you want now? Oh my god, what is with all these letters? Who's sending you all this crap? Your elbows are macaroni cooked al dente in some celestial kitchen. Smooth, with just a hint of bite. I think she's shown me this before, or somebody else has gotten the same letter. And she's like, "Send me a letter, please." Tomorrow we'll work on sending... Well, I need to send your mom as a letter to people. But tomorrow we'll send some letters, because we haven't done that in a bit. And this fruit grind will be done by that point too. Okay. This is my last fruit wave. I'll do the rest off stream because there's not much left to do. And it's that's the other thing. It's the furthest away from my store, so going to that little area and running all the way back is just like... It's just annoying, and I don't think it's the most interesting thing to watch. I also might make another payment. Why don't I do that, too? We're gonna pay another $50,000, so then we're a nice, like, even number. Because right now I think it's at, like, $650 or something like that. We owe $500 or $650, and I'm just like, no, that's a weird... I like to be, like... I don't want to be in a 50 increment if I don't have to be. Okay, let's do this. Did I check the dump too? I don't think I did. Oh my god, no, I don't have any letters to mail. I just want to pay my mortgage. At least we did a lot of grinding. I can't believe Pelly is still here at 8 p.m. Phyllis must not show up until like 9. Yeah, $550. Let's make it an even let's make it an even $500,000. That's what we're gonna do. No. Yeah, I don't... Oh, we did check the dump because it had a seashell in it. And that was it. That's the other thing. I have not been sending my villagers furniture because their houses are garbage. So, like, there's nothing I want that they're gonna put in the dump. It's all, like, fossils and fish and bugs, like, things they can't even put in the dump anyway. So, I'm not even gonna worry about it. But you guys, I'm gonna save on here. Because if I grind anymore, I'll do it on my... I will not do it on my capture card. I always do it on my 3DS XL. But anyway, because it's just easier. It's more comfortable. Anyway, yo, Turn of the Drew! Ruthless about their homes. Their homes are garbage. They're so bad. We looked at some of them today and they're all terrible. But yeah, we did a lot.
Funk in my trousers for sure.
Yo, Rolf! Rolf is a gem. I love Rolf. I love Poncho. I love Lobo. Who's gonna move out next? I don't know. But you guys, this has been really fun. I've really enjoyed the Disney discussion and the grad discussion and all that fun stuff. But it is after 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna get going here. We streamed a little longer than usual today, but again, grinding just takes a long time, and I wanted to show off kind of my method of what I do. And I'm a little bit faster when I'm not talking in that, but like still, it does take a lot of time. So, the work you put in, but you pay off your debt sooner, and it's... I try to do like the fruit selling in waves too, and I have not done a very good job with that this week because I missed a couple days when I was supposed to do that. But anyway, yo, Fireflower, thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody for being here. It's been a wonderful, wonderful little evening stream, and I appreciate everybody being so talkative and everything too. I love having a conversation with you guys. Couple plugs. First of all, please check out my Etsy store. I just redid a lot of listings and added a lot of new listings, and I'm like in a good spot right now where like everything I have is listed, and I'm just continuing to list as things are new. So everything going up is new merchandise as it's being listed. There's also some mystery bags in there that have a whole bunch of merchandise in them for a discounted price, so please check that out if you're interested. Other than that, please check out my Linktree for any of my socials, Discord, YouTube. If you missed an episode of this series, you can catch it on YouTube. There's a whole playlist. And then I'm also on Instagram. I need to add my Pinterest on my Linktree too. But all my socials are on there, so yeah. Yes, I enjoyed the DCP talk so much. It's always so fun to talk to somebody who has also been in the program too, because it's just such a unique experience. So I love that. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow with more Animal Crossing Wild World, and then Thursday I'll be live most likely with Mario Kart World at this rate, because I still haven't gotten Tamagotchi Plaza in the mail, so that's probably gonna be next week. But switch to streams on Thursdays, Animal Crossing on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That is my schedule. But I'm looking forward to it. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.